And the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, says fewer people died in crashes in 2023 compared to 2022. In a statement signed by the FRSC Corps Marshal Dauda Ali Biu, 5,081 people died in crashes in 2023, which is 21% less than in 2022. Biu says the new strategies adopted by the agency helped reduce crashes. And during the period under review, 1,159 drivers were found guilty of breaking traffic rules. In the overall, there is a 33% increase in catching rule breakers in 2023 compared to 2022. FRSA is urging Nigerians to obey traffic rules and drive safely at all times. Frank Tietie, lawyer and a RISE analyst, joins us in the studios now to look at road crashes and disobedience of commuters to obeying traffic rules. Very warm welcome to News Now.
Thank you, my pleasure.
I don't know, should we start from Abuja here, Nigeria's capital, where it is becoming more dangerous to even stop at traffic lights? In Southern Africa, it's called robots, where, you know, you find these hoodlum, carjackers and knife jackers attacking.
Well, but that's not really the problem, other than the mindset that is changing towards that of disobedience, especially during the day, during work hours, at all times. So the shifting, predominant behavior, bad behavior that we now experience, particularly in Abuja, is what you see that is translated into the highways, where the FRS now records that it has a number of deaths flowing from, accidents on the highways. The truth about it is that the observations have revealed that there is a total disregard for traffic rules in intra-city transport and intercity movement, and it's as a result of total lack of understanding of driving rules, highway codes, and many of that, and generally the Road Traffic Act, the provisions thereabout. And that is as a result of the implementation of our driving standards. So how do you get a driver's license in our country, for example? There is no much due diligence anymore in ensuring that those applicants for a driver's license go through that rigorous process of a written test, of trying to understand the traffic rules, the laws of the road, and ultimately going to actually demonstrate that
with Nigeria's literacy level. Wouldn't you say that some people will be deprived?
Exactly.
Because in what language are you going to conduct?
No, but we have constitutionally in this country, the expectation is that predominantly we expect that Nigeria should conduct some of its business the way it's done in the National Assembly in Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo, in addition to English generally. So let me tell you this, the standard of driving, and in fact the document called the driver's license, is an indication of the quality of life any country has got to show to the rest of the world. Why is it in our own country every Tom, Dick, and Harry can just get a driver's license because the driver's test is outsourced by the Federal Road Safety Corps to a private individual, and then the private individual is more interested in collecting the money. And so what do you expect? So this large number of persons dying as a result of road accident can be further reduced.
We'll come to that statistics, but have you observed the brazenness of commercial taxi drivers in the Federal Capital Territory?
Yes.
They don't obey traffic laws.
Not at all, and it's dangerous.
And most of the accidents, within the city are caused by taxi drivers. Yes. You still, even despite the ban on motorcycles in the capital city, you see them flooding the entire space now, using them to commit a lot of criminalities, and you wonder why authorities like the road safety, like the police, are not going after this.
Yeah, but you see, there's somewhat lethargy that is gripping our law enforcement community, and again, I think it's also an extension to government officials in implementing standards. There's that lethargy there. There is one one incipient culture that if it doesn't bring money into my pocket, I am not interested as a public official. That culture has gripped the police. It has gripped also members of the Federal Road Safety Corps and the public service in general. We forget that the basic, most important, the basic role of government, as we speak, members, is law enforcement. Now, the Federal Road Safety Corps is not set up to raise money for government by way of issuance of driver's license for a fee. Rather, it is meant to enforce standards of safety standards in driving on federal roads. The entire Federal Capital Territory is within the purview of the Federal Road Safety Corps, within the purview of the police, Nigerian police, to enforce road service and road standards. We also have the Directorate of Road Traffic Services in the FCT that causes more embarrassment than
have a court ban that they shouldn't be on the roads
than offering any service. They'll just be on the road and start checking as if they are revenue collectors. That's not supposed to be. The shift rather should be on safety, and in doing so, I am expecting that the Federal Road Safety Corps, which has done well, because if you look at the statistics, it has actually, through its campaign and enforcement, reduced the number of accidents. But there's a need for a comprehensive review of the licenses that have been issued so far, because many of the persons, especially commercial drivers, do not possess the requisite composure, knowledge, or understanding or expectation to carry other persons. And then the roads in the FCT, whether within the beautiful roads in the FCT, and many more are coming, we must commend what the recent minister is doing in trying to complete what the past administration has started, so that they don't claim too much glory beyond what they have done. But you see, we should expect that commercial drivers who carry other persons endangering members of the public. I recall a sector commander of the FRSC bemoaning the fact that those who want to obey traffic lights are actually encountering greater risk, because they're the ones who decide to stop at traffic light junctions, lights, and then oftentimes they are
rammed into.
Yes, so many of us have been victims of that, and the point is that there is really no enforcement of standards. And when you make bogus expectations, bogus rules, and say you take some persons to psychiatry evaluation, which is unrealistic, it doesn't happen. So let's expect this idea of catch and release. Unfortunately, many of the traffic lights were not even installed by our government. They were gifts by the Chinese government. Now we don't have cameras that will be able to monitor and track some of these violations. The mobile courts they come on once in a blue moon.
Some of the traffic lights cameras are being installed on quite a number of traffic lights.
You know that's a discussion for another day, because the one that has been very prominent appears to have been switched off now. The bottom line is that there needs to be a national overhaul about driving, about keeping our roads safe. Those who are currently driving, having put in their possession driver's license now, I can estimate more than 70% of them do not have the qualification to do so. That's why our roads are very unsafe.
Well, thank you very much. Kudos to the FRSC, at least for reducing the accident rates in 2023, according to them, against the background of 2022.
They can do more.
Frank Tietie, Arise analyst and lawyer.